It's the Zach Sang Show. Zach Sang Show.
Who's out there? Somebody's out there.
Oh, yeah, I see a purse.
Oh.
Hello.
Is it happening? Is
My
it
mom.
happening?
Hello. Hi. Wow, so much friendship right now in the studio.
Oh my gosh.
Come here.
Hey, come here.
Have we met? I think
No, we haven't, but come here.
Nice to meet
We
you.
basically have.
Yeah, how are you? This is Dan.
I'm Dan.
Hey, what's up?
Wow, she's a ball of energy.
Your throne is going to be right there, dude.
Love it.
This is the perfect dancing outfit.
I'm really
You're right.
excited. Yeah, I know, right? This is exactly what you always dance in.
know.
Laura Marano, come on.
Hey!
Wow.
I was just saying, I'm such a horrific parker, and like,
Did you drive here yourself?
yes.
What?
And so I'm like parking, and I'm like, and I can totally fit in the space, and I don't know. I've been driving for 3 years,
I get
right?
it.
So I should be, I'm new, but I should be like,
Yeah, 3 years is like a stage of like, you can walk, right?
yes,
You
like,
can walk barely
I'm a
on your
great
own.
driver. I'm just a horrible parker,
Yeah.
and I'm like so insecure about it. So I like I literally takes me 3 times to park. Like the second time I can get away with, but I'm like, no, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be perfect. Like,
I get it though. Here in LA with the car and the parking, it's added stress,
and
man.
I'm short, and my car's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And so it looks like I'm about to hit the car. So I like go really slow, and then people always help me, and I think that's really embarrassing.
I would have helped you.
No, I hate it. Like I was pulling out of a parking spot the other day, and like the valet guy was like, "Stop," and I was like, "What?"
Oh,
he's
I hate
like,
that.
He's like, I got you. And then he's like showing me how to get out. I'm like, I could have done it. It just would have taken me 10 minutes. What's fine?
I hate that.
How are we feeling today?
I'm so excited. My Boombox music video just dropped.
This is massive.
Yeah, Dan.
Come on.
No big deal. I know. I'm really excited I get to celebrate with you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
No big deal.
Seriously. Thank you. I mean, dude, this is your first music video ever.
Ever. Yes. Like as Laura, this is my first single ever. I mean,
Yeah.
as a Laura Marano artist, obviously I've sung on Austin Alley before, but like as me, myself, and I, as an artist, this is my first solo everything. So first single Boombox,
Wow.
first music video, first album coming out in September. I mean, I'm like so excited. It's ridiculous.
What is the feeling? Is it freedom? Is it like relief that it's finally getting out there?
Totally. And you know what? It's a feeling of like pride. Like I'm really, really proud of it. And I'm the kind of person where I get I'm like a really awkward person. Joe knows. And I'm like especially awkward when it comes to like promotion. I'm like,
Yeah.
da-da-da, hey, sing, what's up? La, la, la. Like
You turned into Borat.
I know. I literally
My single, la la la.
I turned into Borat. Very nice. Not. Okay, sorry. But like, this is something that I've been working so hard on, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm like, I'm screaming to the rooftops. I'm like, Boombox is my song. This is my video. I'm like so excited.
You were literally Borat. Like, I'm a single, la la la, my wife.
I'm like still Borat, but like even a happier Borat.
Like a teenage girl Borat.
Yes.
Can we talk about getting Ken Jeong involved in this
Yes.
video? Like how, why? Just
We're family
awesome.
friends with him. So his daughter,
Oh my
it's so
God.
weird. His daughter goes to my mom's acting class. My mom owns a theater in like the Valley, as you can tell.
In the Valley.
I'm a Valley girl. Oh my God. And when I was writing a very amateur, like unprofessional treatment of the video, because I'm not a professional music video director, I was like, I envision all this stuff, and I'm like, listen, I am an artist, but I like comedy. I've lived in comedy. I'm constantly making jokes, so I want this music video to have that side of me. And so I always envisioned having like something funny there. And since we know Ken, I was like, oh my God, that would be amazing if Ken could be in the video, but his schedule's crazy. So my mom and I are like, okay, well, let's ask, but we don't want to
That's like a fancy dance you do around
it's
that.
like, we don't want to like make him, and he was so down. We were like, do you want to be in the video? He's like, yes. We were like, okay. And his daughter was in the video, and
Wait, that was his daughter?
in real life. She's so funny.
good.
I mean, she kind of steals it away from him, and he's
Yes.
great in it, but
Yeah.
like, she's kind of amazing in it.
You don't pay me enough.
I know. It's so good. And they were like practicing on the day. It was so funny. We were dying. I know they took it so seriously, like in the best way possible. I could not have asked for, it was amazing. I mean, it was just an amazing day.
Are you calling shots on that set? Like how involved are you?
Oh, very involved. So, like,
Okay.
literally, that idea was mine. So
Cool.
it was like, that's why I'm so proud of it. It's like
That's so
literally,
cool.
it's really cool. And we had an amazing, the actual director. So it's
Yeah.
a video within a video for those who haven't seen it. And the actual director, Cole Walliser, incredible. He took my really like unprofessional, like a thesis essay run, like, this is my music video. Da, 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 Borat. Very nice. They're like, what is this? And he made it like so colorful and awesome, and he completely like had my vision in it and made it even better. I mean, he exceeded expectations of what was in my head. But basically, how the day went. There was a lot of preparation that went into it.
Yeah.
And it was funny because like the preparation going into it was, I think, actually more work than the day.
Always.
But I wasn't expecting that. I was like, okay, today is going to be kind of a fun day, but it's going to be crazy. And we're going to get behind and it's going to be insane and blah, blah, blah. Like, I was just setting myself up, to be realistic. And it was amazing. It went so smooth. We finished a half hour early. I was like,
come on.
Never happened. We
That never
added a
happens.
shot like near the end. Cole is amazing, the director.
Okay.
He's also a dancer, and so he's actually dancing in it. There's a shot of him dancing.
Really?
Yes, it's amazing. I know. It's
That's
like
pretty cool.
It's really cool. It was such a magical, amazing day. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I was like, this is happening.
This is like, I want to get into all of it because there's so much to talk about here because this is your first venture, like
Yes,
you said, into
yes.
music. But you kind of said something really like that really caught my attention early on, and you were talking about like you wanted to make the music video right?
Totally.
And I think sometimes when you look at a pop star, right, a pop star is perfect. Perfect from head to toe, from the lipstick down to the nail polish,
Which
and
is
the
a
way
lot
they
of
act.
pressure, by the way.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yes.
Right? But like you as Laura, you're not perfect.
Yes,
You're funny,
and I love
you're
that.
normal, you're
totally.
average.
And that's what I love that you just said that
Yeah.
because that's really what I wanted to show. I mean, that's just, I am not perfect, and
Yeah.
I never want to set that up because I'm an awkward Borat kind of person. So I am Borat.
A Borat team.
And not to say Borat isn't perfect because I
Yeah.
think we all have a heart.
We know.
We know. So in the video, it literally shows me like it shows me messing up the dance moves and
Yeah.
it shows my imperfections and shows the flaws and shows the awkwardness and shows a little love and it has like a little bit of everything. But that was like really important to me. Like that, even that shot of like me dancing and like me, you don't know if it's you don't know when you're first watching it, like you're like, oh, she's dancing, she seems happy, and then all of a
Exactly.
sudden,
Yeah.
like the move is off, and she's like awkward, and she's like, oh my god, what am I doing? I wanted that. I wanted to have that moment of, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm messing up, because I think that's really important, and that's sometimes how I feel for sure.
It's as humble as it gets, and everybody understands it, right?
Totally.
And when I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, this is so her. I'm so happy she did this for this video.
I think that's what makes me happy. I think there's a lot of things in it that maybe my fans weren't expecting. It is definitely a different side of me. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
a dancer, so I think that was like kind of cool because I worked really hard to like
Hell
have
yeah.
some sort of steps. But it's
And you
still
had your little belly out.
I had my
was like,
belly out. I
did.
never showed my belly button.
Those
This is
outfits
a
were
big deal, guys.
The outfits were very nice.
They were so, oh my god, my stylist, Johnny Woojack, gotta like shout him out.
He's great.
Incredible. He styled me today.
Very nice.
A little different than my music video getup, but it was amazing. Like everything about it, I still felt like it was so me, and I love that. I loved it. I'm really proud of it.
Austin and Ally.
Yes,
Like Austin and Ally kind of, I mean, one could say that like that's kind of setting up, that's led into your solo music career, which is
For
launching
sure.
now. I mean, such an iconic show on Disney. It's created a lot of stars. I mean, come on.
Stop.
Look at you and Ross and Rainey. I mean, there's you guys.
Caleb
are on,
sucks. I mean, he's
Caleb's amazing.
He's the
Hate that
worst.
guy. I
I
hate him so
hate
much.
him.
I think he might be one of the most. I think he is the most talented ginger on television.
I think he's like the next Jim Carrey in my head. I
dude.
mean, he's insane.
and he
so
produces too. He was doing that show for Disney XD. He's talented.
He's amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, he's literally like one of my favorite people on the entire earth. You know what's awesome to me is that I always loved music and I always wanted new music. And since I was -7 years old, I was like making up horrific songs that were 7 minutes long. Like I sang a little gem to my uncle on my dad's side because I grew up with my kind of relatives on my mom's side who were very, very liberal. And when I was 4, I had no idea what politics meant. And so I sing a song to my uncle called "I Love You, Uncle Tony, Even Though You're a Republican," and it's a gem. Maybe one day I'll
like
actually
that.
release it. But it was 7 minutes long. So I always loved it, and I had no connection to the music world. No connection. I mean, my mom, she owns a theater. She
She's an
has a
actress.
connection.
Yeah.
Exactly. She had a connection in the acting world, so it was awesome because I love acting and that part happened. But I always wanted to do music, and I just didn't have the opportunity. And so when Austin Alley came up, and it's a show about music, I was like, come on, this is amazing. And it was an amazing opportunity, an amazing experience. I'm like,
I think it was cool to see Allie kind of transform as
I
the
love
seasons went
that.
on, too.
I love that. I feel like she has such a cool character arc. Like, she had a really relatable character arc of she was really shy and really insecure in the first season and the beginning of the second season, and throughout the season she became more and more confident, and I love that. I thought that was so cool.
Austin Alley is like really special for me because it's like my boyfriend and my girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Wow.
Jill's actually the aunt.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's actually Austin, Jill, Allie. So
Like I was never on it, but like we know.
We know. We know. No, I know. I
It's
mean,
unspoken.
she was there always in spirit.
It exists. Jesus, that's frightening.
Or amazing.
I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I can't tell. I mean, like, when you look at that show and you look back in your life, right? What do you see? Like, when you think about it, like, what comes to mind first?
I mean, it's weird because it's hard when I think you're in it to ever. Lizzie McGuire was like my jam.
Yeah.
I was like, that was my stuff, and I can't even imagine any other like show living. Well, obviously, okay, we have a lot of shows. I mean, Hannah Montana was huge and bigger than everything.
God
but
bless.
but it's funny because when you're in it and like Ross and I and Rainey and Kayla, whenever we do meet and greets and we have like all these fans coming up, it's still surreal. I mean, it's so cool. And I think what's new about it is like the social media thing. Like I don't think kind of earlier, I really wonder if like Hillary Duff during Liz McGuire had like social media, like how that would plan out.
AOL Instant Messenger, like that's the most social media that
wasn't even
existed.
around in
No,
Liz
you're
McGuire.
right.
Yes, I mean, I remember.
Yeah.
Back in the day, but and that's been a whole other kind of idea because even for us, we didn't think we were coming back for a fourth season, and our fans were incredible and literally trended like every day that we want season 4 of Austin Alley. So I mean, it was like that's a whole other facet that is really fascinating. I mean, we had a really awesome like demographic and range. It was like because I still have like 5-year-olds come up to me and like they're huge fans, and I'll have like 22-year-olds. I had a male gay flight attendant on the other day who was like in his 50s who was like a big fan, and it made me really happy. And then my mom was on the flight with me and she's like, buy Boombox, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, cool. I'm like, okay, let's calm down here.
Where is your mom?
But she's everywhere.
Like I feel her, but like I want to.
I mean, if you think Jill was an Austin Alley, it was actually Austin, Jill, Alley, Ellen.
Yeah.
She rounded it up.
Do you like even if you look at your record deal, right? Social helped you get the record
For
deal.
sure. Oh my God, for sure. It's like socials is a whole other animal today. It's funny. It's like it could be like a whole other job. It is a lot of pressure to handle it by yourself. I'm like,
Yeah.
it is stressful because it's a whole other spiel going on.
Dude, it's like 2 lives almost, right?
It's, well, not necessarily 2 lives, but it's just like, I mean, it's funny because I'm the kind of person at a concert, I want to watch the concert, right? But at the same time, then I'm like, oh, wait, should I post something about this? And then shoot, if I post it, I can't just post that I'm at the concert, right? People like want to see visuals. Like, so what do I take a picture? But wait, does the picture be bad quality? Wait, should I just do a video? Wait. I mean, it's like, then it's all of a sudden it like takes over your experience of like being at the concert.
Then all of your social media is just pictures of from here.
I know.
It's just like
That's
under
the
your
one thing
chin.
that she brought to the table the other day. She was like, like this is a big deal. All of the selfies are of the weirdest angles.
I know, because I don't know how to do it. And then also my iPad like takes the worst. I mean, it is like the worst quality. I don't understand why it's so bad quality.
Well, you have a flip phone.
Yeah,
don't you?
I don't take selfies on the flip phone.
This is my
though.
favorite thing about Laura Marano is when I met her, I found out she has a flip phone.
Yes.
And an iPad.
And an iPad with cellular service. So
What?
We text from your iPad,
Yes.
right? Because that's the iMessage. But anytime I get a green text, I'm like, this
That
girl's
is
on her
from
flip
the
phone.
How? Why do you have it? Like the iPhone is
I
almost
love
both.
it. I love it. I love a flip phone
So
for so
weird.
many reasons. For so many reasons.
Start listing them.
Okay, one, let's say I don't want to deal with socials or emails or anything right now. I just want a phone in case of emergencies.
Okay.
I'll turn my iPad off and just have my flip. Just have flippity flip. Have Philip.
It's so funny. And like when you watch her text, it's like, what is it called? Like T9?
TI-89, so
Yeah,
I guess
she's
it's your word.
What?
It's great.
Can I see it?
Bizarre.
Yes, hold on.
Here, I'll do the dance break.
I'm so confused by it.
No, don't be confused. Go with it. Turn it back. Hold on.
So, is it the big iPad or the iPad mini?
Oh, wait, I think I left it in my car.
Oh, I'll see it later. Is it at least the newest? Is it color?
Is it a razor?
No.
It's not a color flip phone? Wow.
This is like the regular iPad.
Wow.
Oh my god, guys, I just realized I forgot to call my sister. Okay, I need to note to self to do that after.
I gotta turn the cellular service on my iPad and ring her up.
Do it. Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, but the problem is, okay, so here's the issue.
Yeah.
So, I didn't even realize this until I got a lovely letter from AT&T. My AT&T is like, dear valued customer, we are discontinuing. We noticed that you are on 2G network, and we're discontinuing the 2G network going into 2017. So, basically, like, change your life. And I didn't even realize I was on 2G. Can I say my flip phone has the option of doing email and doing Twitter? It literally has those options.
Well, that's great.
So I just need to I don't know. I need to go to an AT&T store and figure out the service. I'm like,
Well, I just don't understand why you won't do an iPhone, because an iPhone is
no, because it flips.
but like
and
you
also
get-
I'm clumsy. I'm really clumsy. Okay, like super,
okay.
super, super clumsy. So fun fact, I did a few jingle balls in the
Yeah,
winter,
yeah.
and one of my favorite moments of life is I love the DNC crew. Like they're amazing.
great.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
And they love my flip phone. And like Joe, in fact, like literally was showing someone. He takes my flip phone and he's like, look, it doesn't break. And he like drops it on the floor. And the battery came out, but it didn't break.
Yeah.
And it doesn't break. I'm so clumsy. With an iPhone, even with the cover, I promise you it would fall like screen down and then it would crack. And
Because
then
it's like plastic.
yes. The flip phone is like plastic. It doesn't break.
I'm just confused how like the answer to the solution is two separate devices.
Yeah.
One of them being a device from 2010.
No, I actually just got it on Amazon a few months ago. So I got a new
God.
one. You haven't seen my new one.
Okay, it was so funny. Like when we met, we were like, oh my god, we have to exchange numbers, and we were like in
I
Disney
know.
World.
It was really, what's really hard is people always are sending me photos on my flip phone and I can't get it. And I'm like,
So funny.
And then my phone just like freaks out. My phone literally just like, well, my old phone, that's why I got a new phone. This phone still doesn't get it, but my old phone would literally just like turn off. And I'd be like, oh, because I knew I was getting either a photo or a group chat. I can't get a group chat either. So
Like anytime I go to text you, I'm like, well, should I text her flip phone or her iPad? Like,
if you
what's
have
she
the
gonna
iPad,
check?
I would usually always go with iPad.
It's literally like a laundry list of reasons as to why you should never reach out to Laura Marano because it's just never gonna happen.
No,
but
that's
I
not true. But it did. And there were I knew like which I was like, okay, I just need to give her my like iPad information because this is like
So do you have
she made the iPad list.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, is there two separate lists? Like
There's
the
kind of a list.
It's exclusive.
flip phone is for people who like it's okay if I don't talk to you, right?
No, it's not that. It's like it's so overwhelming because it's so confusing to give
Yeah.
my iPad information because it isn't a number. It's like
It's a username and
yes,
stuff.
and it's like super confusing. And so usually when I give it to people, like my stylist, who I absolutely love, he's still, I cannot tell you how many times I've texted him from my iPad. He has an iPhone. Like, text me on this because he's always texting me photos. And he doesn't get it because it's like, it's a whole other, I'm like, Johnny, please.
You're a nightmare.
I know. I know. Do you like, I'm the one who's actually the worst person ever.
You're born and raised in LA, so I feel like people here are born behind the car, right? Like
I feel like one of the scariest places to drive is LA and New York. Like,
hands down.
100%.
for sure. I would never drive in New York. It scares me. I have horrible depth perception, so I'm always like very like not crazy. So I'm like, because I'm like, I go real, I'm like, okay, be slow. I'm like, do 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 do. Okay, but can I say in New York,
Yeah.
I was there for I've been there a lot, but I was there in December and we're like rushing. We're in this car. The driver was so sweet and he like, it was so funny. Like in the beginning, he was like, oh, come on, lady. And he's like, I'm so sorry for my language, girls. And we're like, okay, you're totally fine. And, we're driving. We're almost at the hotel. And like we were rushing because we were running late. The airplane came in late, blah, blah, blah. And we're stopped, and I noticed, like, my window's down because he was driving a little fast because we were rushing, and I was a little car sick. My window's down, and I'm like, wow, we're really close to this next car. Like, wow, I could, like, touch it if I wanted to. I could, like, reach out. And it turns green, and it was the white truck, and it just, like, rams into us on our side and drives off. And I was like, and the driver's swearing. I'm like, what just happened? It was totally fine. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, I think the mirror fell off or something, but it was like, it was just...
That's terrifying.
Yo, but so New York to just drive away.
Oh, no.
I know.
I've been in a cab in New York where they hit someone, like a person.
What?
And then they just move on. They're just like, the cab driver yells at the person. They're like, get out of the way. Like, you just hit someone.
Oh, see,
terrifying.
I would never.
Okay, wait. You went to the iHeart Awards last night.
Yes.
You said Diplo introduced you. Okay.
Can we just talk about how much of an idiot I am?
Go.
Let's go. Okay. So super excited. I was like, oh my God, going to the iHeart Awards. Really excited. My video's coming out tonight. I'm just like super excited. Whoa. Me. Okay. And then Borat. And I'm sitting at the table with the lovely Sabrina Carpenter, who I know.
Great.
She was on Austin Alley. She's on Girl Meets World. And she's an amazing singer. I'm obsessed with her. She's the best. And we find out that Hozier is there. Okay. And we're like freaking out.
Who is it?
Hozier.
Oh, Hozier. Okay.
I know everyone it's one of those names where you're like, is it Rihanna? Is it Rihanna? What's going on?
I was
Is
ready
it
for like Justin Bieber or something.
No, it was like Hozier. I mean, he had a number
Take
one,
Me
and
to
he was
Church.
the only one who wrote the song. That's a big deal.
Huge deal.
Okay,
well,
huge
you're
deal.
fanning over him for the right reasons, which I enjoy.
Huge.
He's
okay.
super talented.
But I will say I am iffy on if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. But it's fine.
I
I
it's
don't know
Hozier.
how to say it.
Is it Hozier? Is it like closure with
I
Hozier?
always thought it was Hozier or
I don't know at all.
I don't know, but keep
Don't
going.
look at me.
Okay. I'm for the conversation. I'm saying Hozier. Are we cool?
Do it.
Yeah, we're
Okay, cool. Okay, so anyway, really excited. Sabrina, we notice that he's there, and we both love him, like absolutely love him. And so, we want to go over. I'm usually really starstruck, right? I'm just an awkward starstruck person. But I'm
so
like,
funny.
you know what? I'm gonna go over, and we're gonna make this happen, okay? And I keep like asking people that I know who work at iHeart. I'm like, is it weird if we go over? And they're like, nah, just go over. It's fine. It takes us like 3 commercial breaks to like go by his table.
Jeez.
Finally, Sabrina and I are there, but we get to the table, and I'm like, I still am free. Then all of a sudden the nerves kick in. I'm like, oh, it's weird to just like go up to someone. Even though people come up to me, it doesn't matter. It's like still weird. I feel like for me to come up to someone and be like, I love you. Can we take a photo? So I know the Walk the Moon guys really well. They're awesome. I love them. And I know one specifically really well, Kevin, him and his fiance are like amazing. And they're right next to the table, and they say hi, and I'm like, oh, hey. And Kevin's there, and I'm just going to try to set the scene. So the table is up against a wall, right?
Okay.
But the chairs are like kind of up against the wall. And so there's a woman, a man next to Kevin from Walk the Moon. I like squish behind them. I'm like, sorry, excuse me. Go up to Kevin, and I'm like, hey, I really want to meet Hozier, and I like don't know what to do because I'm so nervous about it. And then this man, who I'm right behind. Like I'm like I have gone into his personal bubble. Like I don't know what went over me. I completely just didn't care. I was like really close to him. And he's like, oh, I'll introduce you. He's like, I've never met Hozier, but I can introduce you. I'm like, oh, this guy has balls. Like Jesus, he's just gonna go over. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I'm like, yeah, that would be great. So he goes up to Hozier, and he's like. And he like whispers in Hozier's ear, and Hozier looks at him. Hozier stands up. I'm like, is this guy like a huge manager or an agent? Like, who is this guy? I'm like,
God.
And like Hozier's like really happy to see him, and they're talking. And then I could hear this guy was like, hey, can I introduce you to these girls? Is that okay? And I think they like want to take a photo. And Hozier was so sweet, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. And we're Sabrina and I are like, oh my God, we love you. You're amazing. Is it cool if we take a photo? And he's so sweet, so like wonderful. And we take a photo. I'm like freaking out. He continues to talk to this mystery man. And then afterwards, the mystery man comes up, and I'm like, thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. You didn't need to do that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And he's like, oh, it's totally fine. So we go off. Sabrina and I are so excited. We just met Hozier. Oh my God, what a night to be alive. We sit back down. It goes to the show. Calvin Harris wins an award. And Calvin Harris is like, but really, I just want to shout out Diplo. I think Diplo is like absolutely incredible. Shot goes to Diplo, and that is the man who introduces me to Hozier. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like such an idiot.
So good.
I'm such an idiot. And like, I love Diplo. And it's funny because I feel like he probably gets the opposite problem that I get. I get the problem where if someone probably hears my name, Laura Marano, they're like, who's that girl? Like, they probably know me more as like Allie is my character. But if they see my face, they're like, oh my God, I totally know this girl. You know what I mean? Not everyone, but like my core demographic.
Yeah.
And Diplo probably gets the complete opposite, where people, I mean, most people probably knows what he looks like, but
not really though. You got to say Diplo, or you got to like hear
you
one of
know,
the songs.
and you know him. I mean, you know he's huge. He's amazing music. I love his music. I love Jack U. So I was like, I felt like such an idiot.
Now, do you have an opportunity to make this better? Like, did you see Diplo later in the night?
No, and I thought, but you know what I thought? Well, I kept going to him on camera, and Sabrina, each time Sabrina and I were like, oh my God, we were so embarrassed. I was like texting Kevin, I'm like, I'm such an idiot. And, like, I feel so stupid because Kevin obviously, I mean, it was obvious that everyone at that table
knew
that
Diplo.
I didn't know. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Stupid. But what I'm feeling good about is, hopefully it's something that he'll like remember. So I could, if I ever see him again, I'll be like, hey, Diplo, I was that girl that you introduced. I was here, and you met him that night too.
The stranger.
We had Diplo on our show last week, so I think it's only right for you to send a message to him right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you
want to? Yeah.
Well, Diplo, I'm so sorry. You're awesome. I'm sorry I really went into your personal bubble. I'm sorry to the lovely woman who is right next to you. I feel so bad. You guys, like, I'm so sorry.
I like how you're talking to me like I'm Diplo.
Yes,
like, let's
Diplo.
do it. Like, I'll be Diplo.
Well, I have to like talk to you. Like, I can't just like talk to the mic.
Yeah. Diplo, I'm so sorry.
I mean, have you started to like, obviously you're getting to know people in the music world. I mean, completely different than the Disney scene.
Totally. I mean, I think it's like, it's been really cool for me because I usually, it's so different. I remember being at the VMAs last year.
Yeah.
And it's totally different than when, okay, I get starstruck anyway, but it's like also different when you're like literally next to everyone. Like, I haven't met Taylor Swift, which is crazy because I'm on her label, right? But I saw her at the VMAs. She saw me. She gave me a nod.
What?
Kind of, I was freaking out. But just being there, I was like, oh my God, I can't go up to her. Like, I don't know. There's like, she's so tall and beautiful. And I'm like, it's weird. I get so starstruck with everyone.
That. There could be like protocol around Taylor Swift.
No, but not just her. And then Lorde was there that night.
I mean, come on.
Lorde is like Lorde. And I was like, I was like next to Lorde, and she was dancing and talking to people. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like literally having heart palpitations. I like literally don't know what to do right now. But then you have like other people like Nick and Joe Jonas and DNC. I mean, they're
cool people.
So cool. And I've been like, and I was totally, because I grew up with the Jonas Brothers. So I was like totally starstruck. And it was like, they were so chill and made it so easy. And I was like, okay, this is cool.
I feel like some people are really cool like that, and like they kind of just make it easy for you. But like the Taylor Swift thing would scare me, right? Because there's people around her.
But she is but sweet, and like, but I also think like she won quite a few awards that night. She wanted to have like fun with her friends, so I didn't want to like be that person. But like, oh hey, I'm on the same label as you. What's going on? I'm Borat. You're like, oh God.
Is there a part of you that might want that squad invitation?
Okay, I feel like the word squad has just, I don't know.
It's crazy.
It's become, squad was a deal, by the way, before.
Of course.
Before. Squad has.
It has decades and
Squad
decades of meanings.
decades of meanings. I mean, she seems, I've heard amazing, lovely things about her. I'm happy to be friendly with anyone who will accept my weird, quirky Borat ways. You know what I mean? That's just my friend application.
That's how it works.
Yes. Okay, so fun story. When I was applying to college like 2 years back, I was really like completely procrastinating for good reasons because I was like I was busy doing stuff, and I completely waited till like the day before. I like had to do all my college reps, and so one college had a question like, well, they're so stupid. Oh my God.
They're the worst.
Well, the worst. So one question had like, write to your roommate, your future roommate, a little bit about yourself. And at this point, I am so sleep deprived. I am crazy. You think I'm crazy now? You haven't seen me like truly crazy. So I'm like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write about my love for Harry Potter. And the whole letter to my future roommate is like, the biggest thing you have to know about me, I love Harry Potter. Do you have a wand? Because I have too. Oh, have you been to Harry Potter World? Oh my gosh, the 7th book I read 8 times. And when Dumbledore said this to her, I mean, I swear to God. And
all the things he could say about you as a person.
And I got listed. So,
well, I got to give you kudos for even applying, dude, because you went to high school during Austin and Ally too, right?
Yes.
Why was it so important to stay normal?
You know what? I think it just helps you as a person. I know education's important to me. My parents are both teachers. And, you know, it's so easy to get in a bubble. Like, it's so easy to just be like, oh my God, this is the most important thing in the world, my acting and singing career and blah, blah. And there's like such a bigger world out there. Like, it's so funny, like even last night, I was having the most amazing best time. It was great. And then like the whole Panama Papers thing was happening and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And I was like completely torn between like living in the moment of ecstasy and like awesome pop and action and happiness and such complete happiness over there and like real world global
reality
problems. Yes, totally. And I think for me going to high school and even I'm still going to college, I'm going part-time and I'm probably not going to graduate till I'm 35. It's fine.
It's okay, at least as long as it
totally
gets done.
Fine. I'm going to be like that 27-year-old like at the like parties and be like, woo!
I'm here now.
Sorority!
They're like, you're old.
I know, they're like, get out. But I think it's so important. I think it's so easy to not be grounded. And I knew for me the best thing, you have my sister who was homeschooled, who is, you haven't met my sister. She's like the best person on earth. Literally, she's so smart, so eloquent, such a grounded person. I need to call her. I forgot. But she didn't go to school. So it's what works for you. I knew for me, if I was homeschooled, it was very easy for me to not be grounded. So I wanted to go to school.
So when you first get word that Austin and Ally is over, right? What goes on in your head?
Okay, so this is what's crazy. It's such an opposite reaction to what normally happens. You know, when you find out your show's quote unquote ending or canceled, it could be a heartbreaking thing. But for us, we thought the show was over in the third season. You know what I mean? So it was like we knew if we were to come back for sure that'd be the last season. So it was worse, I think, in the third season because we were like, are we ending? I don't know. This is awkward. Like, do we say goodbye? And then the fourth season was like senior year. It was like, when senior year in high school, you're graduating.
Exactly.
It's like there's no doubt. So we knew we were graduating, we knew we were ending, and we were just having the best time. We were enjoying each other's company. So it was like a celebration. I mean, last day was horrible and emotional, and the last week, everyone was crying. Caleb's so funny because he likes to say, oh, the girls are crying. He was like sobbing in my dressing room with me and Rainey. I mean, it was like, so I was really emotional but that's, how life works. You have your new chapters, you have your old chapters, and they're still going to be such a huge part of my life. It'll always be a huge part of my life. But we were all excited, I think, to also move on in different ways. I know for me, it was a really transitional, weird year because Austin Alley ended, but then I also got my record deal the same year. So it was like so many emotions going on. You know what I mean?
Okay. You look at the record deal, you're coming out of Austin and Ally. Is there a part of you that's afraid to leave that Disney machine? There's a lot of security there.
Yes, for sure. I mean, to not have for sure. Like going into music, I made a very open decision with everyone on my team. Like music's my priority right now.
Yeah.
Like I love acting, huge deal for me and it always will be. But right now, music's my number one. And that's so scary. Very, very scary because especially I've been turning down, not like huge things, like small things here and there that are not big, but like turning down paychecks basically to put my money into a project that I really believe in. So yes, it is frightening and scary to not have a solid paycheck all the time.
And being in Disney, right? It came with certain stuff, right? Your face was everywhere always.
Oh, for sure.
You had a presence on the cruise, in the parks, on the TV, on the radio.
Tickets.
Dude.
Jill and I went to 24-hour Disneyland and Disney World.
Oh, it was the best night.
It's like a different caliber of a celebrity.
Totally.
And in a sense, it puts you into this really great security bubble. You always have work going on. It also gives you a career for, as long as you want to ride it out. But also making the conscious decision, or was it conscious or not going with Hollywood Records?
Yeah. I mean, I think, for me, I did not feel like I was ready in the beginning. Okay. And it's funny because I like to say all the time that Ally was so insecure about her music, and I for sure was the same way. I mean, I've always wanted to do it, but I always, you have your insecurities that hold you back in life, just in general. And I, have been really, really amateurly writing since I've been 11. Yeah. And I never would tell any of my friends about it. I would be like writing and doing shows like as a preteen, and I wouldn't tell any of my school friends because I was like low key embarrassed about it. I don't know why, but it was like I felt like I was Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
But I was like Hannah Montana in the opposite way. I'm like I was like not telling anyone. You know what I mean? So it was. And it's just it's a thing. It's like a personal thing. And so I didn't feel like I was ready in the beginning. And when I did feel ready and when I finally wanted to go, it was like near the last season. And so I think we were kind of like, I mean, because they work so closely with using and utilizing
It's the vehicle.
a vehicle of Disney Channel, and it's like amazing. It's amazing how they work, and they have other acts, obviously, too, with other things. But I think it was a very conscious decision on both their parts of being like, I mean, you're great, love you, but maybe this is not the best timing for this right now.
Were you afraid to showcase your writing earlier on? Was it because your perception of great is so different? You're an incredible actress, right? And you've set the bar really high.
And I'm so comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I've been doing it professionally. There's a difference between doing it personally and professionally. I've been doing acting professionally since I've been 5. If I started professionally acting when I was 15 or 11 even to 15, I'd be
world.
so uncomfortable and insecure about it. Totally.
Yeah.
And I think that's 100% the difference. Like, it's like acting, I can for sure, I feel so I can memorize lines so easily.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, that was great for test in high school. I was like the best short-term memory, the most horrific long-term memory, but short-term, I'm so great. You know, but definitely for music, I wasn't doing it professionally until I like signed with like Kristen and my managers now, and I was finally like in professional songwriting sessions. I was songwriting and I was doing it in an awesome way that was great for how I was at 11, 12, 13, 14, but you know, it was not a professional thing at all.
So when you look at music now, obviously I'm sure you're a pop fan. You know,
For sure.
Hozier and Diplo and everybody. Who are you studying? Who are you listening to? And
Everything. It's funny because even this morning, and obviously, totally, I think you have to study the greats to be good. You know
course.
what I mean? Not even you have to study the greats to be good and like be yourself to be great, and like kind of the mix of the two. But even this
Beautifully
morning,
said.
thank you. They pop out once in a while, but mostly it's Borat.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on my lower back.
Jill, I love you. I'm gonna get your face right here.
Yes!
right here. You know, this morning I was even like looking up Michael Jackson's Super Bowl performance and like his Grammy performance of The Way You Make Me Feel and The Man in the Mirror, and I literally like, I got chills. I was like, oh my God, he's like so incredible and amazing, and you all know this, but when you see it. So I study people from the 80s. I love classic rock. Queen's my favorite band. I love R&B. I love rap. I think like Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly just raised the bar hugely for albums in general. I study Taylor. I think she's brilliant. I think she's so creative. I think she's such an amazing businesswoman on top of that amazing creativity. It's crazy. And I think there's so many amazing people out there to study. I think the most important part, though, is definitely to be authentic to yourself. And I think that's the easiest thing in pop music to lose, because you want to find what works and what's quote-unquote popular. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't have a vision and if you're not authentic to yourself, then it's so easy to kind of lose yourself there. And I know for me, this is my first time doing this. I'm going to make so many mistakes. I'm not used to releasing music as Laura Marano and being an artist. So I'm really nervous and excited for the mistakes I'm going to make as a first-time artist. And I know it's going to be there, but I think that's what's going to help me be a better artist for like the next album.
And addressing all of this as it's happening and even before a lot of it comes your way, genius, dude.
Well,
So
thank
smart.
you. Thank you.
You're so smart.
I went to high school.
You're like smart.
I have a high school diploma. At college, I can't say quite yet.
I don't know if you've heard of it, but I've been to high school.
But I've been to high school and the middle school and elementary school and the very nice.
In Kazakhstan.
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Album coming this year?
Yes, trying. So I'm turning in my album to my label in May, which is really soon. And then it's really soon. So I'm kind of having a panic attack about that. And then hopefully we're thinking like mid to late September.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it's very soon.
Who are you working with? Who's producing it with you? And what is that like for you in the studio? I mean,
Oh my God. I wrote with Jason Mraz. Like,
that's cool.
Craziest moment of my life. I'm like the biggest fan. I have, for another time, because I talk so much, I have a crazy story about Jason Mraz, like where I was a ridiculous fangirl and I stole his beanie. It's totally fine. But,
Whoa.
yes, but thankfully he did not remember that. And he gave me an avocado in the songwriting session, which was lovely.
That's the most Jason Mraz thing I've ever heard.
I know, it's so true. He was so good. He's so talented.
That's how you know it's real.
Yes, totally.
The avocado
You're like-
exchange.
You're like, I'm not sure you wrote with Jason Mraz. He gave me an avocado.
Okay, you did.
Okay, that sounds legit. That sounds good. I've been I'm kind of like working all over, and it's songwriting's funny because, and also I'm songwriting, but I'm also open to like taking outside songs that kind of go with my story as well, which I'm very picky about. But my whole thing is my main person who I'm obsessed with is Pink. Like she's my end all be all, and I love her. And Pink is such a amazing songwriter. And if someone like Pink can have, an ego enough to be like, okay, I'm going to write amazing songs, but I'm also going to take amazing songs and not turn them away, then I'm like, okay, Laura, you can do that too. You can write and you can like listen to songs that you might like. So I'm open to that too. But songwriting's funny because it's like speed dating. You go in and you're like, hey, I'm Laura. What's up? I'm Borat. And first of all, they're like, okay, what's going on? And then you're like, good to meet you. How'd you get into music? Oh, I got into music this way. Okay, so anyway, I'm feeling really frustrated with my, boyfriend right now. Or like, oh my gosh, I'm really upset with my brother and sister. And like, you really just put your soul on.
To.
Yeah.
And that's so weird though. That's so weird the first time you meet someone to do that.
It's because it's really a personal thing, right? But
Yes.
like to share that with someone, that's why everything that happens in the studio fascinates me.
Yes,
right.
It's always different. It's always a different experience.
And you can learn a lot from the people you're sitting across
sure.
from. I mean, will a Jason Mraz record make the album?
I think so. I think we're still like finding the right production right now for it. But it's a really good song. I really love it.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
You're very big with the prom dresses.
I do. I have a prom dress line
Come on,
with
Sherry
Sherry
Hill.
Hill. I just did Say Yes to the Prom Dress. Have you ever seen? You probably haven't, but have you ever seen Say Yes to the Dress?
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Really? Okay.
This guy.
TLC, dude. I'm on that.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Monty, who is
Of
the host
course.
of Say Yes to the Dress, this is the first time they're like televising Say Yes to the Prom Dress.
Okay.
And Sherry Hill donated a bunch of Laura Marano collection prom dresses. It was the most amazing experience. We just did in Miami, and it's these girls who, have gone through, the most horrific thing. Talk about like putting life in perspective. Like one girl, her mother and her like left their abusive stepfather, and they don't even have a home right now. They're just living in a transitional place. But she like does amazing academically, and she's constantly in school. One girl doesn't know her dad. Her mom is bipolar and schizophrenic, and she lives with her grandmother. Really just heart-wrenching stories. And yet these girls, what's so brilliant and amazing is they have still found light in their lives and have gone and put all their energy and their outlet into school. And so Say Yes to the Prom Dress. And these girls didn't even know if they could go to prom or afford prom or afford the prom ticket. And so what's so cool, there's 55 girls from all over public schools in Miami, and not only did they get a prom ticket, but they got their pick of prom dresses. They got, hair and makeup for a day. They got accessories. It was like the most, I was sobbing. Like, I was just like, Monty knows how to really also like tear on your heartstrings too.
Yes.
Like he like, I was,
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I can't do this makeup. I have professional makeup. But some of these girls too, it was the first time they ever felt like beautiful, and it was just an amazing event. So that was really cool that I got to do that.
Have you ever gone to prom?
Oh, have I gone to prom?
Oh.
My God. I've gone to 3 proms.
Wow.
Done a TV episode about prom, and I did a TV movie about prom.
Mama knows prom.
Mama knows prom.
I know myself about prom.
You've been to your fair share of proms, my friend.
I have. That's why I feel very, making the prom dress line, I was like, I feel like I can do this. Like I know about prom.
I'm
Damn
connected.
it. Yes.
How does it work? What is your personal life like with your flip phone and your iPod, your iPad, iPod?
They're my only personal. What if I was like, my flip phone is actually my imaginary friend?
My friend.
It's like, he's
Joe.
How does somebody get in touch with you if they want to take you out on a date?
Whoa.
Smoke signals?
I think it's like I usually do like Morse code, like just like or like if they make a cassette tape or a VHS. No. I mean,
Throw rocks at your window.
they throw rocks. No, I think it's for me. Dating in this industry is so weird because you're like damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You're damned if you date someone in the industry, and you're damned if you date someone who's not in the industry. But like
You can never win.
you can never win, but yet Sometimes you can.
Have you won?
I'm not married yet, so let's calm down. George
That's
Clooney
huge.
is, and that's a whole other deal I don't want
man,
to talk
yeah.
about.
I'm sorry.
Jill, did I ever tell you that I love George Clooney?
No, I did not know that.
He is like my.
He's like old, Laura.
I mean,
He's real old.
age is just a number here.
Is he really old? I mean, he's
Yes.
He's so ageless.
That's what I'm saying. And like the years that he does have, wisdom.
Wisdom.
Thank you.
I like want to say Wiz Khalifa and make a joke there, but I can't. I don't know why. Puns. But it's so funny because I have gotten like, I remember I had one thing at Jamba Juice. I had a Jamba Juice worker ask me for my number, and
Oh
my God.
and he's like, "Hey," and I like pull out my flip phone, and he's like, "What's that?" And it was really awkward because I'm like waiting in line. There's a line. I'm like, "Okay, like just like get the number thing like out here. Okay, like stop making comments about my flip phone, guys. Jesus."
So funny.
I don't know if I would continue to give my number to someone with a flip phone.
Do you continue to?
Like, yeah.
So I'm the one in the wrong in there.
I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
Like you ask someone on a date and they're like, "Oh, let me get your number," and then you're like, "Ooh, I don't know."
Can we talk about how it's so appropriate that my single's called Boombox because it's like so.
Is that the only way
It's
you listen
so
to music?
retro. I listen to Boombox on my Boombox with my flip phone and my VHS. I literally have a VHS
Hey.
tapes and player.
I'm not shocked.
That's called iconic.
Thank you.
I like that a lot.
Thank you.
You know, the flip phone is a little much, but you know,
If you saw it, you would know.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
You wouldn't know.
You would know.
So there's nobody in the picture here. You're venturing into this new career.
Oh, I mean, I'm good. I'm like,
Yeah?
I'm in a good place.
Mama feels good.
Mama feels good. Every time you say that, I feel like I'm talking about my mom, and I'm like, wait, this is weird.
No,
in
it's
this
you.
conversation. No, I'm Mama. That's what they call me. They call me Mama.
They call me Mama.
Boombox. The video's out now. Single's great. Album's coming this year. Any questions, Dan, Jill?
No, I just learned a lot. I didn't say anything.
I mean, the eye movements you just made. What are you thinking?
Hey, we're having a whole conversation with our eyebrows right
Like
now.
we just had a whole different conversation the whole time you guys were talking.
I
so.
mean, politics was like huge here. Like this, it's like
Trust me, politics is not big with me. I know nothing.
Do you comment on politics publicly?
nope.
Cool.
Da-da-da.
Nope.
Headphones up.
I mean, some people are very big into the social justice.
Totally.
Diplo is huge there. You know,
Totally.
Halsey was here last week. That's her
I
thing.
love Halsey.
You know, she's
Yes.
a good egg.
She's a good egg.
Yeah, she really
I think
is.
you have the best catchphrases ever.
Hey, thanks.
Oh my God!
Don't tell
Yes,
him
no.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
to that?
Ah.
No.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Wow, this water is really cold. In a good way. I like it.
we've kept it cold for you.
It's like my heart.
Laura Marano, you're a good egg, man. You really are.
Yay.
Thanks for hanging out. Jill was very
Thank
excited to have
you.
you. That's it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna turn up.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Woo.
Thank you.
Like I'm wearing.
Oh my God, you're wearing leggings underneath.
This is the most uncomfortable I've ever been.
Jesus Christ.